The Woonden Hourse. Helen lived an unchanged pupil, says she was the most beautiful woman in the world. Helen was married to King Melis of Sparta. He was proud of his lovely wealth. I want you to stay by my side, brother. One day, a young prince named Paris came to the palace. He was from the city of Troy, across the Aegean Sea. When Paris met Helen, he fell madly in love. Come back to Troy with me, he began. Helen has fallen for Paris too, so she agreed to go with him. Miles was worried when he found out that has happened. Paris will play off this. I don't care how long it takes. He wrote on Get. Helen Bay. Chapter 2. The Joy War. As the kings, the queens arranged to have bring Helen home. Only on 6, King of Enters. This going to be away feasting as the other princes him. The next morning, Milos and the other kings set sail with their army. Hundreds of ships crossed the sea to Troy. Many days later, the Greek ship chased and the soldiers were all swords and stuff marched out to the city. Get along there, huh? Now we have to do this guys inside, said the artists who were to get home quickly, but Joy was well defended. Time and again the Greeks attacked, but Hourse had they tried and caught breaking. Little is tell now just how long the war was set to last. Over 10 long years, a true safe brought more also to Troy. But the Trojans remained triumphant in their city and the Greeks were still just outside. But Scythes has lost many men. By now the Greeks were beginning to give up hope. We never get in. It's impossible. Then Hourse said an idea. It's pretty well, he true, but it's not just words. Chapter 3. A big ideas. So other Greek queens arrived to the plan. The first stance was to cut down lots of trees. The Greek soldiers saw the trees into the planks. Then they joined the planks together. By others, idea slowly took shape. After a Greek had scored, the Greek army set out a mighty brave on the horse. One instance, as met the man often now to put my hand into the earth, he said. Chapter 4 and 12. That night, the prince prudent the horse to the city gate. Quickly now, they opened a small door in the horse's belly. A third and some of his men climbed inside. One third the names inside his body. King Menelaus and the other went back to their ships and set out of sight. The next morning, the Trojans caught believed their allies. The Greeks have gone quite out so deep, and there a giant horse outside was another. The giants ran out of the city. They get in quarter as the new arrive. Sinant come out of hiding. Who are you? Asked a soldier. And that was this. I ran away from the Greek. Army left silent. They built the horse. Was its fur? Its wealth to the gorgeous as the Sicilian to bring them luck on the ship home. Maybe it will bring us luck too, said the Jewish soldier. Bring in Zion. The Jews hauled the horse into the city. The first part of Ocean's plan was working. Chapter 5 The Army Onwards. That evening, the Trojans held a big party to celebrate the end of the world. There was feasting, dancing, and singing. The Bramptons went on all night. It was early morning before the Joy went to bed. At last, the nuns were scared. The dove went to the horse and tapped 3 times under its leg. Inside, Athens scrambling into Arsten was the signal he whimpered. He opened the stove door and let this man out. No silence. The grass rocks, so sissy as melting as they count. The grass circus quite fast asleep. Slowly the Greek soldiers evolved the buff. They have opened the doors. The rest of the Greek Amy was waiting outside. Rebecca's planet. Right man says James. Now, we stocking. Chapter 6 The Fire Buff. The Greek king sends their army storming to the joy. There was nothing to stop them now. What? The Greek soldiers crossed through the city looking for Helen. Where Helen gave her up. They stole Jeff girl. They caught fire. We take this. Insist.